I like fucking carrot top. My hair bright as shit. I'm finally looking like somebody though. Like, cause my hair was fucked up in them other videos with them black roots. Like, my hair was so fucked up. And I did my eyebrow. It ain't come out as blonde as I wanted to because I ain't leave the bleach on there long enough. But, I mean, we getting somewhere. Well, I got somewhere. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So, I know it's been a while since I done made a video. Well, it ain't been that long. I think it's been like 2 weeks. It ain't been that long. But yeah, I'm back with another story time. So before we get into the video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, make sure that you do so and that you hit the bell button next to the subscribe button so you are notified when I post future videos. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright. I don't know why well, I know why, but it's like hard to explain like why I waited so long to like tell this story. It wasn't that long. It's been like a month, but yeah. So yeah, like in November, well, let me just start by saying this. Like 2017 like was not a good year for me, like at all. Like, actually, I'm not even gonna say that because like there was good stuff that came out of it, but like overall, like no cap shit, like I'm not even like exaggerating or like flexing, like this was like so far this was the worst year of my life, like literally the worst year of my life. Like, I mean that like financially, mentally, physically, like all around, like this was literally the worst year of my life. And like I'm Christian, like I do pray and all that, I believe in God and all that, but like it's just like, and I do pray. I don't pray as often as I should, but I do pray a lot. But I don't know. I just felt like, I don't know. I felt like I was losing like my mind. Like I just was like in a very dark place. And like I prayed about it. Like I said, I do pray, but and I prayed about it, but it was just like I was so like deep like in that dark place. Like I just felt like I just was never gonna be okay. And like I really just felt like I just kept like when I would pray, I'm just like, can you like please like show me a sign like I'm gonna be okay, God, because I really was like low key like losing it, and like nobody like knew it, like literally nobody knew. But anyway, like enough of rambling about that or whatever. Let me just tell you like how I actually ended up talking like to the psychic. So like I said, like I was going through a lot, like, and it was like I wasn't saying nothing, like I was just keeping it like to myself, and like I was like low key like depressed, but like on the outside, like to everybody else, like I just like seemed so happy. But like for like the week before Thanksgiving, it was my mom's birthday, and it was like two of my cousins' birthday. So my family like planned this like little mini like little vacation to like Orlando. So while I was in the car with my cousin, I was in the car with my cousin, her coworker, and all the kids. So me, my cousin, and her coworker, we was all like in the front, like just talking or whatever, like on the way there to Orlando, whatever. And like out of nowhere, and it was just so weird because like I don't know why my cousin said this to me. I still don't even like know why she just brought it up, but she just said it. She was like, "Josh, we should call Janet." And I'm like, "Girl, who is Janet? Like I don't know no Janet. Like the hell." So she was like, "Oh, Janet is this lady who." The lady Janet, her sister used to work with my cousin, and she used to like Janet is the psychic, and Janet at first she used to only like do like the card readings and stuff like that. She only used to do it for her family, like she didn't do it like as like a profession or nothing. But then like her sister like kind of convinced her, I think my cousin said. I don't know how, but anyway, Janet just ended up like starting to like do it for like her sister's coworkers and all that, and that's how my cousin like started like talking to her or whatever. And you know, I don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but my cousin doesn't either. So when my cousin was telling me about it, it was kind of like really persuasive because she was like telling me like the stuff that she was saying and how it like ended up coming true, and it wasn't like bad stuff. It was like good stuff. And like she did predict, like for her friends, she predicted some like bad stuff, but it wasn't like bad like that. Like it was not nothing like like too dramatic. So you know, since my cousin like was telling me about that, because like I said, my cousin is not the type of person that believes in shit like that either. So I'm like, I don't know, like I might have to give Janet a call, like. So I asked her like how much like she charged and all that, and she was just like, oh, it's like $20. And mind you, Janet does this over the phone because Janet lives in New York. So I was a little skeptical about that part too. So I'm like, I don't really know, like, how can she like really like tell me about my life over the phone, like, because usually people do that stuff in person. But she was like, she was like really like good, like she really is like the real deal, like seriously. So at that time, I had money, but like I didn't have like a lot of money because I wasn't working then. So I didn't do it like in that moment. So when I came back to school for like after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas break, my mom had gave me some money. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna call Jan because like I was just like the day I decided to do it, I wasn't doing nothing, and I'm like, I really like was like seriously like, and like I said, I was like really in a dark place, and I really just I like felt like I needed like a sign. And I felt like maybe she might like give me a sign or something. Like maybe she might tell me something like good or something. So let me call her. So I ended up calling her or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I was so like nervous. Like I didn't know what she was gonna say, like what she was gonna do. So when I called her or whatever, she like asked like my full name and like my date of birth and all that. And then like she started like praying, and I was like, cause you know usually like I be feeling like them little psychics be on that little devil shit, like demonic type stuff. That's why I don't go to them. But she was like really like praying, like, you know, and I was like, oh. And then she told me to close my eyes and just no, she didn't tell me to close my eyes. She just told me to like imagine like the sky, but like I like closed my eyes to like imagine it or whatever. So like I had my eyes closed or whatever, and she was like shuffling through the tarot cards. You could like hear her shuffling through the cards. So the first card she got, I didn't really understand it at first until we got off the phone. But she was like, there's a positive like male role model that you have in your life that you like kind of like have pushed to the side, like you don't really like acknowledge him, you don't really like talk to him anymore. But she was like, he very much so like thinks about you a lot. But and she didn't like really say like I don't give him the time of day, but like I just like I kind of like not pushed him away, but like I just haven't like been communicating with him. And she was like, he's like kind of like a grandfather figure. And I'm like, in that moment, I'm like, who is she like talking about? But then when we got off the phone, like when I kept thinking about when she said that, I was like, oh, like my grandpa Pete. Because my grandpa isn't biologically my grandpa. He was just married to my grandmother who passed away. So it was like, I think she's talking about him because I talked to him today, like with the day that I'm recording this video, but I hadn't talked to him in like probably like a year and a half, like at all, like no type of communication, like at all. So then she went on to the next card, and this was the one that like had my hair standing up because it was like, girl, how you know? Like the second card was like, well, she said it said that I worry about money a lot, which I really do. And she was like, that's part of the reason why you're so like unhappy and like so depressed. And she was like, right now it says like I'm where I need to be right now. She was like, don't worry about finances too much. And she was like, it also says that you do have money, like, and you do get money, but you don't spend it as wisely as you should, which I don't at all. And she was like, um, she sees like a big, like financially, she sees like a big job opportunity coming for me soon. I don't know if that's gonna be true, but she was like, she sees a great like job opportunity coming for me soon. And she was like, in the future, she does see like good business endeavors for me. And she was saying how the car also said I shouldn't worry about like having money to like have like materialistic things, because when like these business endeavors like do like kind of like jump off, she was saying like it is saying that I'll have, you know, money for the material things that I do want, and for like everything that I like need, like everything around, like everything that I want and need. So she was like, but right now it says that you're where you need to be, and just like try to like not worry about it too much. Like you're okay like right now. Just be patient. Then the next card read that she was like, part of the reason why I'm unhappy is because I I want to eat healthy but I don't, which is so true. Like I eat so bad, and I do, because a lot of people in my family do have like health issues related to like eating the wrong food. So it's kind of like I do want to eat healthier, but the thing is I'm so picky. Like I am such a picky eater. So like when I do, and she said it too, like she said, the card said this, it's like I'll eat something like bad. Like I'll go to Chick-fil-A and like, not even Chick-fil-A, like I'll go to McDonald's or somewhere that's so like horrible, like Popeyes, and like after I eat it, I ain't gonna lie, I will feel so bad about myself. Like, and I really be keeping this stuff from people, but I really like be so like depressed with myself, and I always go. But it's like an addiction though. Like it really is, like, cause I'm such a picky eater. Like I don't eat a lot of stuff, so it's kind of like that's basically what I eat. Like, and I be feeling so bad about it, cause it's like I really do, like I don't want to like be like wait till I'm 40 and then like damn I'm fat all of a sudden, and I got high blood pressure and all this shit like that. But she was basically saying, the card said, saying like if you want to eat healthy, like do it. Like, and then for the fourth card, it was saying how I don't even want to talk about this. The fourth card was saying like how like shit. The fourth card basically was saying how I'm really about to cry. It was basically saying how a lot of things that I want to do, I like, because I do have big dreams, but I don't really want to say it because it's not something that I talk about. Oh, okay. It basically was saying like how a lot of the stuff like I want to do, I don't have the confidence to do it. Like, and that's like holds me back a lot, and that is so true. Cause like everybody thinks I'm like so confident, but like I really like do have like, I don't want to say very low self-esteem, but I do like have low self-esteem. Like I seriously do. And like I don't like people to like think I'm weak, so like I kind of like put on the front about it. So like nobody like will really like know. But she was basically saying, like the card said, a lot of things that I want to do, like I have to be more confident about myself. Like I can't think like so negative like of myself, and I can't always think like, oh, I'm gonna fail. Like you have to like be positive, like, and you have to like believe in yourself, because if you don't, you'll like get nowhere. And she said that the car also said that too, like I try to express myself, but like I don't really like, it's not that I don't know how, like I just kind of feel like nobody like really gets it. And she like recommended like maybe like going to see like a therapist or something. And then she was like, it also said something like about me already going to see a therapist, which like I did like in the 7th grade, but it wasn't like therapy. It was kind of like anger management, and that had something to do with like why I don't kind of like express myself, because everybody, like, when I do, people like turn it into like me being angry, like, and that's exactly what happened. Like when I had to go to that fake ass anger management classes in the 7th grade, it was like, it's like, I don't know, like when I express myself about the things like people have done to me, they like kind of like turn it around on me, so it makes me kind of look like the bad guy, the way I react. But it's like, it's not me, like it's just like, you fucking tried me, like. And she also said how like I tend to victimize myself, even though in a lot of situations, she was like, even though it says like a lot of situations I am the victim, but like I over victimize myself. Like you can't like always hold on to like, oh, you did this to me, so like I feel like this kind of way. Like you can't do that. Like you're not, like, yeah, people do stuff to you and it might hurt you, but like you can't just hold on to that. Like, oh, like I'm just this victim. Like you can't do that. And then on the next card, she said that it said something about like another positive like male figure coming to my life, and she was like, she sees it like with the job opportunity that she sees. She said she sees it as like a boss, like him coming like in the form of like my boss, but like he's kind of like gonna like take me under his wing or something like that. And then she said that one card read that there was a recent argument. At the time it was a recent argument, but she was like saying how a recent argument that I had with somebody was another big part of why like I was kind of like so depressed. And the reason why the argument was affecting me so much was because it was like with somebody that I actually like cared about. So it was kind of like, it was kind of eating at me a little bit. She basically just was saying like, the card was saying that I can't rush stuff, and I can't like force people to like do things. And she was like, I can't like rush people to kind of like grow up. Like you have to like be patient with people, like, you know. And she was basically saying like, I need to learn how to forgive, like, and not to like dwell on certain stuff so much. Like just like learn how to like let certain stuff go. Like you don't have to hold on to it. And it was so crazy because she like described she kind of described the person I was talking. Whoa, she was talking about, and I kind of like know who she was talking about. Like she basically was saying like, oh, the person like has perfect skin, long eyelashes, and that they want to work in the medical field, the law field, or the military type field. And I was like, wow, Janet, I know what you're talking about. Like, that was so crazy to me. And then the last card said that she sees a father figure. I'm about to cry again. She sees a father, like she said, possibly my father or a father figure. And she was saying how I should forgive him for certain things because it didn't happen to me. Like, I mean, in a way, like, what he did affected me, but it wasn't done to me. Like, so I should learn how to forgive. And this is another thing I never talk about. When my mom and like dad got a divorce, like I always held on to this type of resentment, like towards him, because like he cheated. And it wasn't like, yeah, he didn't do it to me, but like I don't know, like that kind of just like, it's weird, but like that really like fucked my head up at a young age, like even till, and it like still affected me till like now, like in the like kind of not, I wouldn't say relationships because I don't be going with people, but like when I like, even when I talk to guys, like it affects me like still there. And like I used to didn't like, I still kind of don't, but not because of that, but like I used to didn't like to like talk to my dad. Like I didn't want to like, I low-key like didn't want to be around him or nothing. Like I always like, I'm not gonna say low-key hated him, but I always like like I said, I always had like a type of resentment. Like I just, in the back of my head, like I just, mm. And then she also said that to not, about my father, about the father figure or father, she was saying that I shouldn't look at the bad things that he does, or the bad traits about him, and just focus like on the good, because the good stuff he doesn't really like. She was like, because you can't change somebody. Like at the end of the day, they are who they are. Just focus on the good parts about them and try to just let the good outweigh the bad. Like just don't focus on the bad. Like just focus on the good stuff, because at the end of the day, like she said, she was like, you can't change anybody. And then that was like the last card, but then she asked me like if I had like any questions like that she didn't touch on. So there was this guy that I'm not even gonna say was, because kind of still am, like kind of fucked up about. So I was like, does it say anything about my love life? And she like shuffled through the card or whatever, and then she was like saying how the first person she saw like in the card, she was like, I don't really give him a chance. Like I'm holding on to what somebody else did to me and letting it affect like what I have going on with him. Which is so true, because I'll get into this like in another story time. I am gonna tell it, but there was this one guy that I was talking to, and the guy that I was talking to before him, I never really kind of like got over him while I was talking to him. So a lot of the stuff that not even the stuff that he did, like a lot of stuff that the previous guy did affected me with this guy. Like I kind of like was taking my anger out from that nigga onto him. Like, and she was like basically saying like, don't do that, give him a chance, because you never know. Like she was like basically saying like, just be fair about it, like, because I mean you can't fault him for that. Like they're not the same. Like they're two totally different people, and they have two different intentions. And then she was like, she saw a female, and I was like, I don't. In my mind, I was like, are you sure, Janet? But she was like, she sees like the female as like not really like a lover, but like as like a friend, but like a friend who like really like understands me. And she was like, she described her. She was like, she has short nails, and she like plays with like her fingers, like her rings, like that, like on her thumbs. And she was like, and I was like, I don't really know nobody like that. And she was like, you probably do, but she was like, a lot of the stuff, like a lot of people say, like a lot of stuff that I say, they don't really like notice it till like after. So she was like, she probably is already in your life, but you probably just don't like, your friendship is probably not like there yet. Or she was like, she could possibly just like be coming in the future, like she could come like a month later, and 2 months later, because she says like the people that talk to her, they call back and like tell her like certain stuff like came true or whatever. So she was like, just like just keep calling her and checking or whatever. And then the last thing she said was the person that she was telling me to forgive in the other card. She was like, the one that has the the perfect skin and the long. She said nice skin and perfect eyelashes. That's exactly what she said. She was like, and she said how they want to work in either the medical, law, or the military field. And she was like, it says that you guys are meant to be, but she was like I said, in the other card, it says in this one too, she was like, you have to forgive. You have to allow people to like grow. Like you can't force people to do things, and you can't force them to grow as fast as you want them to. And she was like basically it was saying like, forgive them, because at the end of the day, everybody is human, everybody does make mistakes. So you have to learn to be patient, and you have to learn to forgive. And that was the last thing that she said. So yeah. I might talk to her again, probably like sometime in the new year. I probably let like a few months go by, but I'll like definitely like call her again. Cause a lot of the stuff that she was saying like was really like I know exactly like what the fuck she was talking about. Like I know exactly who she was talking about, what she was talking about. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I really at first I didn't believe in that kind of stuff, but like I was like, cause I was very skeptical about it. But like now, like yeah, I'm not gonna say I believe in everybody who does, cause it can be like some fraudulent people who do stuff like that who pretend like they know. But like Janet knows, like Janet definitely knows, like that shit. It was like almost like it wasn't creepy, but it was just like wow, like it was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just like whoa, like. But I'm not gonna lie, like talking to her, it did give me like a sense of hope of this with the stuff that I was like going through and still am going through. But you know, only time can really tell. I guess we just gotta see like what the future holds or whatever, you know. Especially with going into the new year, so you know I don't know what like 2018 has in store for me. Hopefully it'll be a better year. Hopefully like the stuff that she was saying, all of it, you know, will come true. I'm hoping, praying, fingers crossed. But I mean, yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And like I said, if you have not subscribed already, make sure that you do that and you hit the bell button next to the subscribe button so you are notified when I post future videos in 2018.